up, guys? Good day to you all. Welcome to my channel. I want to state here that if we continue like this, we will never make headway. If we continue with the way and manner some of us, act, we are just giving room for these politicians to keep doing evil. Now it's as if the Premium Times and the People Gazette have done something wrong in trying to investigate further into the initial allegation against the now Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. That's the person of Mr. Nnaji. Like, it's been back and forth in the couple of days, and I see that the supporters of this man have taken to the social media space just immediately after court rejected, his appeal for, or should I say his application for the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, to be stopped from releasing his academic records. Now, if you as a person, as an individual, is supporting this kind of stuff, it's a blackmail, this is the handiwork of Peter Mba, this thing shouldn't have been like this and all that, how then will these people take correction? More people will keep doing the same thing because they know that, okay, there will always be people on the social media space to support them. Either way, whether this allegation is true or not, there should be a proper investigation. The truth is supposed to be revealed, which I feel that's exactly what the Premium Times, because according to them, they've been doing that for 2 years, investigating this whole matter. The Premium Times, the People's Gazette will definitely do their work as a media, and that is what we want. We are here. We've been bashing the media on some things that we feel like, okay, they are not doing it well. And the ones that want to do something well, some of us will come out and say, no, this happened, the other one happened. Now, why these politicians will continue to do evil? We should ask ourselves a question. The Nnaji, according to what the media is reporting now, which I am going to read out shortly, the Nnaji himself that is trying to rush to court after the VC came out to say, oh, this person did not graduate from this school. There is no record of such this thing. He did not complete his education. We did not issue him certificate. Okay, the Nnaji that rushed to court immediately to stop this thing. We should ask ourselves, if he did really is innocent, actually graduated as a claim, he go bother himself, he will gladly allow the university to do whatever it is they want to do. There won't be any need for we to be seeing things like stop the blackmail, I'll be waiting of Nnaji. We do really have a problem in this country. I am going to read out what the media currently reported about the whole brouhaha between UNN and, of course, the Minister of Science and Technology. But before I get to do that, let me show you this video where Arigbesola has really come for INEC.
The issues involved in Nigerian elections are not as simple as we are putting them. From the appointment of the chief electoral officer, that's the chairman of INEC, and all the commissioners, to all the issues involved. We know. We pretend as if we don't know. We know they are not, they don't even inspire confidence. So we must start from there. We must start from how do we appoint people who should pretend this process in the first instance. And I would say outright, we must review that to inspire confidence. And how? What's my suggestion? It's so simple. Let parties with at least 5 members in the National Assembly nominate people that will be at the helm of affairs in INEC on equal basis. It's as simple as that solves all the issues. If the parties now betray themselves to allow one of them to run away with it, fine. A situation where the principal beneficiary of manipulation nominates who chairs INEC has sincerely dictated what will happen. There is no issue about that. We'll be grandstanding in the seat if you keep on pretending that there is technology is as good as the person behind the technology. AI, as powerful as it is as good as the person manipulating the process. And that was why Stalin said cynically that the voters do not matter as the man who announces the result of the election. That was what Stalin said cynically. Since he said so, we have seen it clearly. It's not about politicians not being willing to accept defeat or whatever. No. I'm a beneficiary of shenanigans in elections and struggle for it and whatever. So you can, whatever you want to say about it, I tell you what it is. I'm telling you clearly. If you do not change the process of who manages what in the electoral body to at least downplay a single person dictating the tune and managing the affairs, we are joking with it. That is one. Two, are we sure of all other institutions? The governor of Zamfara mentioned law and order. The institution in charge of law and order, is it reliable? Is it reliable? So these are things we have to look at. Not talk of other institutions. And because of fear for myself, I won't mention them. Yes, I mean, we have to be very frank here. However, beyond the general statement, let me not be specific. I know it will take even constitutional amendment to have my suggestion that parties with minimum of 5 members in National Assembly should nominate people to manage INEC. I know that will not be too easy, but it can be done if you are serious about it. Besides that, is the fact that we must compel INEC to do a public presentation of the technology it wants to use. Let us have an idea of what we want to do. Physically demonstrate it. Don't tell us you are using beaver, you are using bimodal, you are using this only for on the election day. You change the entire thing. And we don't know. It's abracadabra. We don't even know what we are doing. We see IRF, we see whatever. The result you declare does not rhyme with what is shown. Let INEC demonstrate to Nigeria. It's part of the law of INEC. The existing law of 2022 law of INEC compels it to demonstrate to Nigerians how it's going to conduct the election. That will go a long way to at least compel it to a standard and a procedure that he has shown us. Not for us to wake up on election day and see different things. Okay. That is my first position. Please let me. Okay.
Sure.
Two, how come in India? How come in Brazil? How come in Venezuela? Where as we are voting, the tally is being done and we are seeing it. How come we cannot do so in Nigeria? As we are voting, the tally is being recorded and it's being shown to everybody. It's not about Ellie, it's about the system. We have committed so much resources to technology in INEC that is possible. Let's demand that of INEC. Simultaneous display of election as it is being done. The paperwork is just for parties to have record of what is happening. That is one. Two, agents of parties and observers are usually excluded from election. Agents of parties should monitor closely the processes of election to accreditation. They must not be given a wide berth on election day to just be looking at from afar at what is happening. They should be to determine whether the person holding the card is the actual person on the card. That's 3. Thirdly, is about voter register compilation. Let us compel INEC to link its voters registration procedure with NIN. That will eliminate bloated registers and and multiple registration. It does not speak well for Nigeria that we register 3 million voters and we get less than 20 million voters. We register 93 million people to vote and we hardly get 23 million voters. Let us have credible register. And how to have that is to link it with name. When you link the voter registration with name, it eliminates multiple registration. And with that, we are sure of the voters that we have. We can then effectively monitor who votes, who does not vote. As it is now, we just have padded registers all over the place, waiting for the final day to just add numbers by writing. That's my thought. And to have a credible election, to have democracy, not credible, to have democracy, you need Democrats. And to have Democrats, honestly, there must be trust and confidence in the process. I rest my case.
It is good that we're seeing symposiums, seminars, and all that being organized, and then to talk about the whole INEC and how to have credible elections and how to save our democracy. It is good we are seeing this thing, and I know that Nigeria as a country and with the kind of leaders we have, they will just tell you, okay, these people are just talking. It's just a seminar. When they finish, that their business, and they wouldn't want to do anything. Even though the INEC itself, has demanded, a quick reaction, or should I say a fast track by the National Assembly on some of the amendment of the electoral law. We do know at the end of the day that, okay, those things that they have requested for, you must see at the end of the day, if there are issues after election, that there will be some clause here and there. What Arigbesola is suggesting is not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Now, it is also true that, okay, it will not be on the party should one person betray the other, betray, the party members. And I tell you the truth, something like that will definitely happen. Because most of the people in the assembly going to represent the people don't actually go there to represent the people. They go there to represent themselves. They don't even care about their political party, especially in Nigeria, where it is always easy for you to shift. You contest under a platform, and then you take the party's mandate to another platform, and nothing will happen. Your seat will still remain a seat that is supposed to be vacant by law. The political prostitution continues. So because we have such things happening, we are very sure that, okay, this is not going to work. I was looking at, a situation where we have some serious stakeholders in Nigeria here. They may not even be politically involved, but these are individuals that they will be able to do free, fair something in Nigeria if you saddle them with that responsibility to be the ones to say, okay, this is what we think. This is what we think. Because if you leave it in the hands of the lawmaker, okay, now the Senate president, now they pick people with the committee, and we have heard several allegations of the kind of corruption that goes on there. Committee will be set up, they give them money for logistics and all that, and if the meeting does not hold, they share the money. There is something that they even, they lobby for certain things. You even lobby for a motion to be, raised in the house and all that, for a bill to be passed. So many crazy stuff that we have heard. How do you think this whole thing is going to be? It will be easier for, okay, see the one of the state of emergency. Did we not later hear alleged report of people who were bribed with as high as $20,000, $15,000, $10,000 within the assembly? And before we say jack, they don't pass the whole thing. Why? Because even people from the opposition party don't pocket something and then say, okay, it is all good. People going out there, both at the federal and the state level, 90% of them don't represent the people. And they feel the people doesn't matter, because either way, they will always use the dubious means to get themselves back. It is a nice suggestion if greed has not eaten deep into our society. INEC where they like this now want something we will continue to talk. It's like a bone on our throat. And I feel like it should go beyond them having symposiums and seminars and all that to talk about this. Yes, if they have these things, it don't reach that way they're supposed, forceful demand. And then you will see Nigerians join them in all this. That's what we need. Now, iron hand now we need for this thing. The corruption just did too much. I see the talk. I am yet to see one institution that you turn to that you will not hear of corruption. I have heard several corruption going on in some institutions, even with regards to job securement. And then you just open your mouth and say, what's going on here? And that is why you see that people will graduate for years, there is no work. It just they massive. Like this whole thing, this whole matter, we consign INEC, where they're responsible for conducting election. It is a very hot matter, and it is something that we should handle with utmost urgency. Whichever method where we feel say na go fit deliver that thing, that's the method, the best method to use for it. That's the best method. Because you will still see clauses here and there. You think INEC does not know those technology. INEC, even recently, did they not talk about other technologies they want to introduce? They know exactly what to do. But they will never do it because they have a reasons why they cannot do it. So even as I read the other time that they are asking the assembly to quicken the whole amendment, I just recommendations and all that. I just laughed in my head, and I said, "This is INEC trying to fool Nigerians again." Before you know, clause here and there, and so many stuffs. It is not difficult to transmit election result real time. What we have seen in other nations, like Aregbesola said, but INEC, oh no, they know why they cannot do that. And if they pay me, say every time, that's so they pump money for technologies where at the end of the day they no go use them. INEC will continue to be our problem until we handle it with a very iron hand. That's what I can say. Thank you so much. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Now, let me read out what the media reported with regards to Nnaji rushing to the court and the court rejecting his application.
A federal high court in Abuja has dismissed the request by Nnaji, Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, to stop the University of Nigeria Nsukka from releasing his academic records. Hausa Yiwa, the presiding judge, delivered the ruling on September 22, rejecting Nnaji's application for an injunction. The minister had filed an ex parte motion seeking to prevent the university from releasing or tampering with his academic transcript. The court examined submissions from Nnaji's legal team and reviewed supporting affidavits before reaching its decision. In the ruling certified through copy CTC, the judge acknowledged that Nnaji had a legitimate interest in the matter. He ruled that the injunction to restrain UAN from releasing the records could not be granted. I find that the applicant has sufficient interest in the matter and the application is partly meritorious. Accordingly, prayers 1, 2, and 3 are granted, while prayer 4, which sought an injunction, is declined, Yiwa said. The judge clarified that the court's decision should not be interpreted as preventing any party from performing its lawful duties. The minister has been under fire over allegations that he forged the credentials he submitted to President Bola Tinubu and the Nigerian Senate during his ministerial confirmation. Nnaji allegedly did not complete his university education and that both the bachelor's degree and National Youth Service Corps NYSC certificate he presented to Tinubu, as well as to the offices of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Department of State Services, and the Senate, were forged.
As far as I'm concerned, all this whole talk about he's being politically blackmailed, he's been doing this one, he's been done that one, like I'm seeing on social media space, is just useless. An allegation, or should I say, use the word accusation, either one, was made. And this thing did not start today. There has been thorough investigation going on by some of the media on this issue before it got to this point where it came to the public domain, and the VC of the university is saying no, this thing did not happen. There are questions, or this person did not have this certificate. There are questions that comes to mind. If this person graduates, like he said, I do not think the university would want to come out, or the VC would want to come out and say, okay, this is how it is. And let's even assume that the VC comes out and lie that, okay, he did not graduate when he did actually graduate. He has his record, so he can follow suit. But for you to say, oh, court, you have to stop this person from releasing my transcript and the rest, is it not suspicious? It is enough reason for people to believe that there is a skeleton in your cupboard that you are trying to hide. Even the NYSC, how can you say claim to have graduated allegedly in 1985 and then you still obtain NYSC certificate of discharge in the same year, 1985? I don't understand. Does it mean you finished NYSC before you even graduated? These people say they're not even smart enough. When they go around, they go do what they do. They are not even smart enough to calculate whatever it is they are doing. I know that nothing is going to come out of this because we have a very rotten system. But then we have to talk about it so that people will see the kind of impunity going on. Make it make sense to me that you have your results intact, and then you are trying to rush to the court to say, court, don't allow this person to release my this thing. And then you are coming, even after the court, the judge said, no, I'm not going to grant you this. I just read some news outlets carrying it that, the Nnaji is saying himself that the court has stopped the university from releasing his transcript. As I say, so why I don't say my university record they intact. If you like, anywhere we want go there. I won't bother myself. So you will see that the whole move is suspicious. Anybody with his certificate they intact, anything you want to do, his certificate is intact. We have so much rottenness in our system, and it's not surprising to me. The question is, how did it get to this point where these people get political appointments? The assembly that is supposed to do a thorough job will not do a thorough job. Nobody asks this question. They just bring an off the go. They screen you, you go. In conjunction with you having the connection. Connection don't finish us for this country. Where we not even supposed to allow connection play, it is being played out. And here we are today having situations like this. Nothing will happen, which I know. Because number one, person two, allegedly they get this kind of case. Nothing is going to be done. But make could they see waiting they happen. The level of rottenness in Nigeria. Make could they see them. That is why I love what's going on. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave your opinion in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Click on the notification bell the moment you subscribe. That way you get to know as soon as I publish. Thank you so much, guys, for the love. Thank you for the immense support. God bless you richly. Do enjoy the rest of your day and see you guys in my other videos.